My shy and innocent beautiful wife 44 plays a dangerous game. I can't believe. Help. My shy, innocent, perfect and beautiful wife 44 will destroy everything we built. I'm from Quebec, so I use Google Translation. I 46 male has been with my wife 44 for 23 years. We had our up and downs, but I love her more and more. She is really beautiful and has a shape of 30 years despite our 3 children. The 2 were put on sick leave from the pandemic, but ultimately she lost her job for good. I tell her to take her time and choose her next career choice well. But she is aware that we are not rolling in gold. I have promised her a trip to the south for 4 to 5 years now, but every time the car or the roof breaks, so I put it back. For 2 to 3 years I've been trying to distort my beautiful, telling her stories with a script. This drives her crazy. I try to bring him to live new experience, but it is a categorical refusal, and it often ends in a little argument. I could spend a lot of time telling you how perfect it is, but now I no longer know. I'm lost. I feel like a loser who is afraid of losing. It all started during my daughter's graduation party. Due to the pandemic there was no big party, only a graduation. For the evening the father of one of my daughter friends had rented a superb terrace on the roof of a large building. It was perfect, the sunset and the heat. My wife was the most beautiful in her fitted white flower dress. I decided to go get us a drink. The bar was hidden by fake plants at the other end of the terrace. There was a long wire, so while I waited I noticed between the branches that there is a man around our age was sitting next to my beautiful. She was hiding from him, so I didn't see if she was talking or talking to him. Finally, oddly, when I received my glasses I noticed someone looking at me and texting, and at the same time the man even turned around to see if I arrived as up and left join his group. I arrived and pretended that I hadn't seen anything. Her only meant that I should have brought a double with the time it had taken. I continued on another subject. My senses were all on the alert. While I spoke to her I felt that she was looking over my shoulder because he had to look at her. I decided to play the game and went to the toilet, which was 1 floor lower in the building. This time I left my cell phone on the recording table and left. When I got to the bathroom there was a bit of a wait, and I did see the same guy who had looked at me and texted his friend that I was leaving the toilet. I played the game again, and I said to myself that normal men will try with her because she is so beautiful. Evening arrived, and for one of the rare times she took control of SEs, during which I kept telling myself that it was not me that she was ducking right now. It must be said that the gentleman he was talking to was a person with several companies and buildings, a few houses everywhere, and above all he has the reputation of not being clean. I do not think she knew him, but me yes, but only by name, because I don't think he knows me. Finally the next morning I get up first, and I hurry to listen to my cell. I had my first shock. My heart capsized. They started by laughing at the situation like that I had not noticed anything at their first meeting. My wife asked him how he had done to know when to leave, and he simply replied that he had someone working for him. My wife didn't seem to understand. For 5 minutes they talked about how sorry it was that she had lost her job, but that he could find her a lot better if she wanted to. I sincerely believe that my somewhat innocent wife saw this proposal as really harmless and seemed delighted. Finally I think he felt the time running, and he asked her what it was best to write to her so as not to create discomfort. My wife changed the subject and asked her what kind of watch he had. He answered a Porsche. How much it was worth. He answered $22,000. She replied, "Share, wow, that's a lot of money for a watch that he got." Only said it depends on who. He asked his question again, telling her that I was coming soon. And now my heart wanted to tear. She replied, "The best is on MSG, because he does not know that I have one and that texting was not necessary because often I used her phone. I was broken. Why, it's all hiding for a man she knew for 30 minutes. We are 2 weeks after the first event. My wife changed her phone code for the first time since she got a phone. She told me that it was her sister, that she had told her that it was dangerous to keep the same code. Bullcrap, but I pretend nothing is wrong. I ask her if I can use his cell to call the government, because I will not have enough battery, because the waiting time can exceed an hour. I put the phone on speaker for my cunning. She lets go of her guards after 20 minutes sitting next to me waiting. She thinks I'm sitting on the phone and answers wait, so she leaves for to do dinner. I'm still on the phone, but at the same time I search and arrive on MSG and here are pages and pages. At the start of a harmless conversation, back on a job offer, they wrote a lot about his lack of time and how funny it is to see people suckling him to give them contracts. The reason for his divorce blah blah, that he fell in love at first sight when he saw her, that it never happened to him. My wife keeps a friendly tone, she was not flirty and never spoke about me. As usual, she is compassionate about the lack of time for his children ect. But here is the last paragraph and a message that dates from only 2-3 hours. He tells her that he has a gift for her because she mentioned to him that she was tired. He says, I had an idea, you're going to win an all-inclusive weekend for yourself in a Nordic spa. To make it all true, a package will arrive in the mail with the prize you won inside. I will only be able to travel for Saturday at 8 PM, and I will leave on Sunday morning. She began by refusing, not for me, but for fear that I suspected a few things. He reassured her by telling her that I will see only fire and that I will not be tempted to accompany her because the weekend was going to cost $1,700. The only thing she had to do was pretend she was in a contest. She ends the conversation with I don't know, it's kind of like doing that, but that the place seems to be beautiful and that she has never been in something so luxurious. I had a knotted heart. I went to give her her phone. She asked me if I had settled things. I answered yes. I hugged her and gave her a kiss and told her that I said I love her, what she did in turn. The package arrived the next day in a beautiful box, had a big winner ticket for 2 nights, access to the whole site with all 5 asterisk meals provided, and of course massage, and all this for one person, and with emphasis on the price of the stays. My wife so shy, I saw her pretend that she had participated in this contest a long time ago, that she never thought she would win, and blah blah blah. I didn't listen anymore. I looked at a new woman I didn't know. My children were happy for her and me. I made a smile by looking at this setting in scene that never I would have thought that she is capable. I'm sure my wife would never go wrong during our 23 years. I had offered her all kinds of adventures and that was out of the question. Now she wanted to play alone. I cry all the tears of my body. I decided to play the game. She left 2 weeks later and she returns this afternoon from her stay. She phoned me twice upon arrival and yesterday in PM. I called her in the evening around 10 PM, but her phone was closed. It's the first time she's closed her phone. I haven't slept all night. She will arrive in a few hours. I don't know what to do. I confront her hoping that she will tell me that she took advantage of someone to get paid for luxury, or that she confesses everything to me and tears my life apart, or I'll let go and I watch her completely destroy our life. I wait, as if my life will be completely destroyed in a few hours. I'm not angry, I'm wiped out. Sorry, but letting her go to the spa and not stopping her, knowing what would happen, that was not very smart. You should have blown her world apart the moment she lied about winning the prize. Well, she chose to cheat. For me. 180. Detach. Exposed to everyone. And I mean everyone. Lawyer up and divorce. But that's just me. Yeah, I realize that. She lied to you, she deceived you. Very soon these trips of hers will become more frequent, then you will be home alone every weekend while she will be with him. Then she will leave you. You need to confront her now, before she gets too emotionally involved with him. I could not have my wife sap another man then let her kiss me and pretend nothing happened. I'm so sorry for you. Please update us when you confront her. Yes, I try to be strong for tonight. Don't ever be brainwashed by beauty. Beauty is only superficial, but actions are what make the person who they truly are. She was so perfect, so loving to everybody. Everybody see my wife like her angel. If she will be so shame, but the problem, me too, I will be the cuckoo. We live in a 80,000 piece city. We know a lot of people. My children 19, 17, 16 will hate her mother. Pathetic. This morning she said to me, it's like I'm a new woman. Me, oh yes, why? This trip give me some new perspective about my life. Me, what kind of perspective? Make me realize that I need to think about me more. Me, how you will do that? I'm not scared anymore about a future job. And for catch, we are not rich, but it's okay, and I will just need some time alone 2 to 3 times a year like this weekend to fill my energy on our family. Me, but what about our project to travel? We will do it to me, okay, but can I know something? Do who see somebody over there to make you feel like that? Yes, there were a lot of women like me over there, and we talk about life. I'm lost, the kid are there with us. My heart is just falling. I'm so scared she'll make a mistake. This will ruin everything. I just can't. Divorce, money, kids, house. I just can't believe the nightmare I'm in. Tonight I will confront her. Worldwide comments of the day. Cheating is like peeling off the skin of your husband/wife slowly and painfully until the last piece of skin is peeled off. Divorce is nasty and costly, could break a man in half or insane. As a man, I can always forgive, but I will never forget. So he, unlike you, sacrifices his own happiness for your children. Remember, you were the selfish one. Good luck with the new life you created. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.